Hello, I'm Camilla from Italy. I just want to say it get better. Tudo vai melhorar. Tutto migliorerà. Ciao.
Hi, I'm Elena. I've never met the other people in this video, but I know them.
We're part of an online community, a family really, that values love in all its forms. And we're here to tell you that it gets better.
You may feel alone, but no, you are not. There are people who value you just the way you are, even if you haven't met them yet. There are people who care and are willing to help.
We're mothers, brothers, sisters, grannies,
aunts, uncles, friends, and neighbors. We live in every part of the nation and all around the world.
You can find us in lots of different places, some you might not even suspect. Here's just a few of the people in our online family that have a story to share, a story that may not be all that different from yours.
I'd like to share some of my personal story with you. I grew up in a southern state of Australia called Victoria. I was the kid in school that everybody knows and nobody likes very much. The weird, skinny little kid with glasses. Well, not a lot's changed about the way that I look. But my life today is very much different to what it was like in school. In school, I had to become a really fast runner because the school bullies spent the majority of every day chasing me around the schoolyard, harassing me, calling me names and picking on me. When school got out for the day, they would chase me all the way home as well. At home, I was quiet and withdrawn, spending a lot of time reading books or making up my own stories and writing them down, or playing alone or with family pets. My parents' marriage was unhappy and eventually ended in divorce when I was about 13 years old. If my early life was hard, then when I reached my teens it really became quite a nightmare. Far from getting better or stopping, the bullying got worse. In high school, I was the misfit. Nobody wanted to know. Around about that time, I also became a Christian. And I started to realise too that the difference I sensed about myself went deeper than just being skinny and weird looking and wearing glasses. It was something on the inside of me that I could never change. I began to realise that I was gay. From things that I heard said at my church by friends and pastors, I started to understand that people at my church couldn't accept me for who I was. I felt lonely, depressed, a deep sense of despair, and feelings of low self-esteem, which led me into some behaviours that could have been considered high risk. Finally, thinking that this was what society and God wanted from me, in my 20s I got married to a straight man and tried to live as a straight woman. I even had myself convinced for a while that I was straight. Although my marriage started out happy, it eventually ended up very troubled and unhappy and ended in divorce in 2005. There I was in my 40s, divorced, tired out from trying to be something I'm not, worn out from begging God to make me normal, and so I just quit. I didn't kill myself, obviously, but I quit trying to be something I'm not. I quit listening to everyone else's opinion, and I started to listen to my own truth. Today, my life is so much better than I could have ever imagined back then. I live in a beautiful part of Australia called the Sunshine Coast with my same-sex partner of 5 years. I have the acceptance of my family. I have a wonderful group of supportive friends, and I'm happy. I want to say to you, if you feel as though you can't go on, if you're feeling alone, please reach out. Pick up the phone and call a friend. Call the Trevor Project, or in Australia, call the Youth Hotline or Lifeline. Things can and will get better. I especially want to tell you that God loves you and accepts you exactly the way you are. please reach out. Please stay with us. God bless you.
As the mom of a gay son, I can tell you that it does get better. When my son came out to me his senior year in high school, we both struggled with it a little. I worried about the challenges he'd face, and he worried he'd have to give up his dreams of getting married, having kids, and the proverbial white picket fence. But as we talked about it, we realized that he can still have those things. And I have faith that he will someday. His biggest fear was telling his friends. He wasn't sure how they'd react or if they'd even want to remain his friend. It's taken him a year to slowly confide in one friend at a time, but they've all been very accepting. Some even confided in him that they had questioned their own sexuality at certain points in their lives. Their continued acceptance of him has given him the confidence to no longer try and hide who he is. He was lucky. He had a very supportive family and friends that stuck by him. If you don't feel like you can tell your family or friends, know that it still gets better. Here is my friend Jason's story.
My name is Jason, and at 18 I called my parents from college to inform them that I was gay. That conversation ended with me being disowned and stranded in a state where I knew no one. Without funds for college or living expenses, I found myself in a situation that seemed insurmountable. Over the next few years, I descended into a sad life of drugs, trapped in an abusive relationship. There were many times during those years that I felt sure things would never get better, that I didn't deserve better. But I was lucky to have been rescued from my situation by a couple who had faith in me and for a better future. I am now 30 and I have been with my amazing partner for 8 years. Together we're helping to raise his daughter. I want everyone to know that it does get better, but I also want to stress that nothing changes on its own. The couple that rescued me were my saviors, but without taking an active part in my own recovery, they could not have been successful. Not only do we need to believe that it gets better, but we also have to work toward that goal. It's hard work, and it takes a positive attitude and the ability to scrape yourself off the ground more times than you can think it's possible. So yes, my message is that it gets better, but also that you can make it better. It doesn't happen overnight, but if you can dig down and find the strength to keep going, to keep struggling, your life will change, and you will be there to offer encouragement to someone else when they need it.
Hi, I'm Justin from Australia. I'm here to assure you that life does get better, and this is why I can say so with total conviction. Over the last 3 years, I've had the privilege to counsel about 180 gay Aussie teens aged 15 to 18. Loneliness was their common concern, though I've often confronted issues of torture, suicide, parental rape, abandonment by parents and friends, physical abuse at home, schoolyard bullying, gang bashings and the like. By being able to introduce each of those wonderful teens to one or some of the others and their families, the lives of these guys change from a miserable existence to ones of happiness, friendship, fellowship, and hope. Now let me assure you, that happened in every case. That can happen to you too. My advice is, be forthright, seek companions, and join groups. Take a leaf from nature. Resolve and happiness come from strengths in numbers. Report all incidents of bullying to trusted associates and authorities. Don't fear reporting them, and don't think lowly of yourself when doing so. Diarise all incidents and actions. As those bullies try to make life hard for you, you can reciprocate. Report unsupporting authorities to higher levels and local action groups. Above all, believe in yourself and know you are passing through a short phase over a few pebbles in life's long and beautiful path. The day will soon come when you will take a step for the better.
While I was in elementary and middle school, I was bullied for being gay, even before I knew I liked guys. I dreaded going to school each day until 7th grade when I finally met my best friend. He stood up for me and gave me a reason to like going to school. His family has become a second family to me, and it's because of them that I started to enjoy life. Him and his cousin, two of my all-time best friends, were the first two people I ever came out to. They were both extremely supportive and helpful. Now, only 2 years out of high school, I've managed to accomplish my dream of becoming an author. So I'm here today to tell you that it does get better. You'll find friends who love you for who you are, and you'll eventually accomplish your own goals and dreams.
Reach out to someone if you're feeling scared, being bullied, oppressed, or intimidated. Talk to someone, don't keep it to yourself. Seek out a teacher, a friend, family member, or access the numerous websites, support groups, or helplines. Always remember, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Hang in there, your life is worth it. We will stand up for you and support you because we believe in you.
There is nothing wrong with being gay, lesbian, bisexual or transgender. Celebrate your uniqueness. Live your dreams. You can be whatever you want to be.
Hi, I'm Kevin, here to tell you that it does get better. I first slept with a man when I was 18, and in the shower afterwards I was saying to him how it's like the last piece of the jigsaw puzzle has just been put into place and everything makes perfect sense now. And he turned to me while I was still euphoric and said, if you can get by this next week without committing suicide, half your battle's won. That was very good advice. It did cross my mind a couple of times that week, but with my straight friends, got through it. I'm 46 now, and I've just celebrated 20 beautiful years with my partner Warren. We had a big party that we threw for our friends, straight, gay, and all these important people that have made our lives so much richer. A while back, a friend that was battling with his own internalised homophobia was talking about how by not being part of the mainstream, he's missing out on playing in that sandpit. And another gay friend turned around and said, but now you've got a better sandpit to play in. It's more loving, more accepting. Now, having said that, you will meet shallow gay people, but you will meet shallow straight people. You'll meet good and bad people of all persuasions from all walks of life, so just find your own friends and family, no matter who they are. Oh, and seeing that you're on the net, why not Google things like the Fauth Family or the Passion of the Cut Sleeve or drag kings like Des Tooley and Nellie Small? You'll actually find that there is a centuries-old fantastic history of gay, lesbian, bisexual and transgender people. You're not alone, and it does get better.
I'm a straight ally, and I'm helping to make it better.
I'm a straight ally, and I'm helping to make it better. I'm a straight ally, and I'm helping to make it better.
I'm a straight ally and I'm helping to make it better.